Well, hey guys, thanks so much for checking out this video today. If you're watching this, that means you want to change the air filters in your own home. And so I'm excited to show you guys how to do that. I'm actually gonna start with the air filter right behind me. This is a very popular intake. But before we do that, I actually wanna show you just a couple tips on things you need to know. Number one, you're gonna wanna know what type of filter and what size filter do you have in your home. So this filter that I'm looking at today is a 14 by 20 by 1, and that's just the measurements of this filter. But before you even open that up or before you even change it, you're gonna wanna make sure you know the sizes, so when you do change, you already have these on hand and you're not gonna have to leave them open. You also want to make sure that you change these about every 3 to 4 months, because if you leave them longer than that, it could hurt a couple things. Number one, it could hurt your health because you're not cleaning the air very well. It could also hurt your energy consumption because your intake and your unit's having to pull more force to open it up. And even if your house might be running a little warm or cold, maybe your air or heat is not actually keeping up with what you want it to be, this could be the culprit. So you might need to change this first. A couple other little things I want to show you guys. Like I mentioned, sometimes on the bag they'll mention how often they should last. This one says 3 months. There's also different sizes and different thicknesses of the filter, so you can check these on. I'll leave a link in the description below where you can actually click and find the one you would like. If you have a pet, or if you smoke, or if you live in an area maybe it is really dusty, you might need a thicker filter than I'm using right here. But this is a filter I'm going to be using in my basement and my furnace, so I'll show you guys that one as well. And I actually have another filter. My home is a little older, so I'm going to show you how to use an old school filter as well in one of my units downstairs. But those are a couple things you want to do. You might want to set a reminder on your phone to remember to change them out every 3 to 4 months. My unit right here actually shows me when I need to replace my filter, so that's pretty cool. Get to do that. But you want to make sure that you remember to do that. Another thing, when you do replace the filter, it actually has an indicator, a little arrow right here, how to replace it and which way it needs to go. So this is the way that the air goes, and so in these units they go up, and so it's going to suck it up through here. So you're going to want to make sure that that goes facing up. You can also put the date that you changed right there so you can know exactly when, or you can even put the date right here so you can see that's exactly when I changed it last time. So those are a couple tips, and then we're going to go ahead and open this one up and get started. Well, hey guys, like I said, we're about to change this unit, and this is a very popular way to do this, right next to the intake. And the way you actually do this is you just actually pull these little clips off right here. If you need to, you can actually get a little screwdriver or something to pop those out. Don't hurt your hand on those. You can just pop this off. One thing you might want to do is clean this off if you haven't done so already. That'll again just help the flow in the intake. Then all you have to do is just actually pull this out. Be careful because it might be a little dusty. So again, mine's pretty dirty. It's been in there, again, about 3 months, and so it's done its job. But it's time to retire those. So we just took that unit out, and this is actually our new filter. Again, you're going to look for this little arrow and little place where you can actually put the date, or you can put it right here where you can see it as well. Then you're just going to slide this back in. It should fit in there pretty snug. Get in there pretty well right there. Again, one of the things you can always see is what it says where and what size you're looking for right here on mine. And like I said, you can also always put the date right there. It's pretty easily so you can see it. Then you just close this right back up. Put those right back in and you are good to go. And I'm actually going to show you how to change my other two. So let's go check those out. Well, hey guys, this is actually my furnace down in my basement, and I wanted just to show you this one as well. This, you can kind of see where the filter is right here. This is the old filter. I'm actually going to switch it out. But again, this is our furnace, so you need to switch this one out as well. You can even write it what the size is. That's what someone did here before me. They actually wrote the name and the size, so you can check that out. But we're going to change this one out, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Well, I did want to show you this filter right here. This is actually a great example of why you would write it up there. Look, when you put this new filter in, it actually just slides in there and you can't see the number. So knowing that this is a 16 by 20 by 1, it helps you know when you need to purchase the next one, what exactly one to purchase. You don't have to pull it out or figure it out. It actually shows it as well. But like I pointed out, this one actually says filter on it, so you can actually see it. Yours might not say that, but you can just check and see where your furnace filter may be, and you might need to replace that. Again, this is replacing it using the arrows and putting it in correctly. So hopefully that helps you with that one, and then we'll check out the last one. This is our last filter I wanted to show you. This is actually our intake in our living room. We actually have it on there. There's the grate that covers it. But it is actually a different type of filter. This is the filter the homeowner was using before me, and so I've just been sticking with it. You can see it's pretty dirty. I needed to change that, but it actually just comes in one of these big sheets, and you can just cut off the size you need like this, and you can actually just stick it right in there. It actually has a lip that this actually fits in. And so yours might look like that. That's an option you can do. You're just gonna take this old one out, throw it away, and put this new one right in there, and then that should have your filter set. Well, hopefully this video helped you actually change your air filters and you're able to do that. I'd love to know below, was it easier or was it difficult, or maybe what was the hardest part about doing this today? And if this video was helpful, if you could actually leave a like or even subscribe to the channel, that would greatly help me out so I could actually make more videos like this. But I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one.